Hello everyone, welcome to Teach CS Plus. Here we learn different computer science concepts by simplifying it. So our today's topic is file system versus DBMS. In this video we are going to learn the difference between file system and DBMS and which system we are going to prefer in future or in present days. So let's start. First, we need to know what is a file system and what is DBMS. What is a file system? A file system is a way of storing data in files. Data is saved in folders on a computer and each file is separate and independent. So basically, the way we can store some data in a file, the system is called file system. Okay. Examples of file system are text files, Excel files, CSV files. And this system were used in early computer system. So basically simply we can store some data in a file using our file system. But this system used early computer systems. So why it is used in the early computer systems and why we don't prefer it anymore? Let's see why we don't prefer it anymore. Problems of file system. It has many disadvantages like data redundancy. Same data is stored again and again in different files. Data inconsistency. If data is updated in one file, it may not be updated in other files because as we already see that in file system, files are independent. They are not connected with each other. So it may be if we update one file or one data in a file, maybe the other file will not be updated, and that would create very much inconsistency. Difficult data access. Searching data from many files is slow and difficult. That's mean if we need to search very small amount of data, it will cost literally 1,000 file search. Also, poor security. Anyone can access or modify files easily. So, security is a concern here. No proper backup and recovery. If files are deleted, data may be lost permanently. So, if anyhow by mistake, any files are deleted, it may be lost permanently. So, these are the problems of file system. That's why it used in older systems. So what do we use in these days? Let's see. What is a DBMS? DBMS stands for Database Management System. It is a software used to store and manage data. Data is stored in a form of tables. Data is organized and related properly. So now we can understand what is database management system. It is a software where we can not only store data but also manage those data. It's mean if we want to update those data, we can do that. If we can add on more data, we can do that. If we don't need any data, we can also delete that. Managing data is very easy with database management system. Here, data is stored in a very structured way, in a form of tables. So, data is very much organized and related properly. Example of DBMS are MySQL, Oracle, SQL Server, and many more. You can search many more. You can search examples of DBMS. You will find many more names. It is used in modern applications. In these days, every website, every application is use DBMS, Database Management System, because it is very easy with DBMS to store and manage our data. Okay. So what are the advantages of DBMS? It solves the file system problems. First of all, reduces data redundancy. Data is stored only once. Yes, we can control and remove duplicate data, or we can control entering duplicate data in our database management system in DBMS. So once we can control entering duplicate data, our data is unique and data is stored only once. There will be no waste of space. There will be nothing like same data repeating over and over. Okay. Ensures data consistency. Same data is updated everywhere. Yes. In DBMS, data are related to each other. Also, we can create relationships between different tables. So, data will be updated everywhere. Wherever those data are, it will be updated everywhere if we once update it. Okay. Provides data security. Only authorized users can access data. It's mean very much security is provided in database management system, backup and recovery. Data can be recovered if it is lost. Very important solution, because as we see in file system we have no option for those data which is permanently deleted. But in DBMS, we can restore those data. We can take a backup in we can take a backup of those data in beforehand, and we can restore it whenever we need it. Okay. Data sharing. Multiple users can access data at the same time very efficiently. Now see a quick comparison between file system and DBMS. In file system, data stored in files, but in DBMS, data stored in tables. In file system, we have to face very high data redundancy because we don't know where the same data will be repeated and repeated, where the same data will be repeat and repeat. Okay, but in DBMS, we can actually control entering the duplicate data. So there are less data redundancy. File system provides low security, but DBMS has high security. File system always have to, using file system, we always have to keep manual backup. But DBMS provides us an option for automatic backup, which is very useful. Using file system, searching or accessing data was difficult. But in DBMS, easy and fast data access we will see. That's mean in overall DBMS is more efficient for our today's modern applications. Now see a real life example. Consider a college student record system where there are different courses and there will be many students enrolling those courses, and the record system has data of every student. So in a file system, let's see what happens. In a file system, student details are stored in multiple files. Simple. Using file system, we can only store data in files. Same student data is repeated. It may be repeated or may not. But let's see, errors and confusion occur. Obviously. Let's think a student change their subjects. Somewhere it updated, somewhere it isn't. So it will create inconsistency in those data, right? In file system, as I already read, we will face that. But in a DBMS, all student data is stored in one database. It will be very structured format. It will be stored as a table. So data will be stored in a very structured, very much organized way. No duplication of data. We can actually control that. Data is accurate and easy to manage. So chances are high that data will be very much accurate. So as we can update it everywhere, and it will be very easy to manage. For searching some student data, it will be very easier in DBMS rather than using the file system, right? Why DBMS is better? So till this part we understand that DBMS is very much better than our older file system. So why it is better? It is better because it provides fast data access. Yes, very fast data access is provided by database management system because searching data is here very much easy. It is more secure. It supports multiple users. Yes, multiple users can access it simultaneously. It manages large data efficiently. So storing very much large amount of data is very efficient using database management system. It is reliable and organized. So we prefer DBMS in these days. That is why DBMS is used in banks, colleges, hospitals and companies. It is very much popular and very much used in today's world. Let's see what we studied in this chapter. File system is simple but outdated. Why it is outdated? It has lack of some structured features like less security, searching is difficult, storing data maybe the data stored very in a very inconsistent way. These are the problems with file system. But DBMS is modern and efficient. It already overcome with the issues that file system has. This is the best solution for managing large and important data. So in today's world, DBMS is preferred over older file system. This is for today. Keep studying.